Headed home. Got the seatbelt on. Got my drinks ready. Cup holder ready. So you're on my arm now. Let's see what that looks like. So this whole video has just been different angles of the same thing of driving to and from work. I'll go over a little bit more when we go home, just to walk around the truck of what happened and what we have to deal with now. Alright, I don't know exactly what this looks like, because I can't see what the screen looks like, but I just turned you around on my arm, just putting up my arm. Still headed home. This is Friday though, last day this week of driving, at least driving this trip. Best thing is to just go down and top down, look at what's most important to get done this weekend. There's so many things on the table, moving, contacting these properties, meeting up with people about new properties, going to church, family coming over for lunch Sunday. Trying to go to hobby shop and get the RC cars looked at. Some of the radio system's not working, and it's beyond just the binding process. I know how to do that, so there's something going on. If you do what you're supposed to and it doesn't work, it gets a little frustrating. Time to ask somebody else. I got this RC10, Team Associated RC10 T2. Truck's pretty cool. Physically, it's coming together. Has Traxxas electronics on it right now that aren't always binding right. But I like to get that car together more before I take it to the hobby shop. Then the HPI car, I think it's good to go. I just like to pick up a servo horn this weekend, take in on Monday. And well, I don't know what the other ones are called really, but the other ones just need batteries. I like to try to get my batteries that I have and get them all gathered up and take in. Then the TRX4, I think is always ready to go. Got that thing. That was found a controller, the radio and receiver today. That thing was fine, so that should be good. The Bandit, that thing's not binding right either, and I don't understand it. So 2 cars need to go to the hobby shop with regards to radio systems. Like to gather up batteries and to go to the hobby shop. These pick up servo horn. The truck, I gotta go over the truck. Truck did good. Truck is still, no interior and everything. I want to clean it out. I'm going to put another screw in the little amp and get that held on tight, and then run another wire over to the other speaker, and then that'll be good. I'll try to tuck the wires up in too. I just hooked them up just so I could hear something. Replace the fuse for the interior light and lengthen the wire that goes to the fuse box. Then that's it for in here. There's nothing else really to do. I like to swap out phone chargers. The other one I have, it's a little bit better. Then I added oil today or this morning, so I'm going to check oil, and I like to clean the points. So if you look up in here, I'm going to pull the distributor cap off and clean the points and just make sure that that's good to go. And then I'm not going to do anything else I don't have to do tune-up wise. It shouldn't need anything, but I'm going to look at it. I know I got a little oil in this spark plug wire, so I might just swap one out. I know I have spares. But otherwise, it shouldn't be anything wrong with this, right? It ran fine. Ran good. Not fixing it. Just might do a little tuning and stuff. And again, got every cup from every drink I drank. Broke the connector on the beacon light. That's a bummer. I could easily put one on there, but that was I closed it into the door. That was dumb. But get that fixed up. Then the stuff up here, some of it goes to work, some of it goes in the house, some of it goes to the flea market on Sunday. And that's that. But overall, the truck did really well. Let's try to get another picture of it here. 1978 Ford F-700. Has like 90,000 miles on it and does a good job. Been driving it every day to work for the last couple weeks. Got about 300 miles a week that I drive, and it does good. It doesn't have overdrive, so it doesn't go too fast, but it's a nice driving truck. Power steering, power brakes. You know, it's a stick shift truck. It's definitely clunky and stuff compared to a regular car, but it is really nice truck to have. Really nice truck to have. I feel very fortunate to have found this, to have a dent side truck, to be able to afford one and have one, and that isn't a total rust bucket. I'd like to just have an F-250 some days, but I'll have one someday. This truck does me really well. And if you think of the concept behind this, if you're looking at this thing, I wanted a deck over trailer. I wanted a car trailer. I mean, a deck over trailer is really good. One that doesn't have fenders sticking up. And then I needed a pickup. And I wanted a stick shift truck because I didn't want to hurt the automatic transmission in my Explorer, towing the Ranger. So I thought I'll get a stick truck, and I'll get an older truck and something I can work on and not have to worry about not knowing how to work on it. Well, I couldn't afford one of them, and I was looking at these, and I saw a picture of these, and it was just an idea. It was to make a ramp truck out of one. I didn't think that I would actually do it until I started pricing them, and I thought, holy cow, I can afford this. I can't afford a truck or a trailer. And so now I have the combination. It's a little high for a trailer. The truck, it's kind of big for a pickup truck, but it's smaller than a trailer and a truck combined, which is nice. So it's definitely not nice to drive every day to work. But if I have to haul stuff, it's extremely convenient, and it makes life a lot easier. So I try to put up some videos of hauling and winching things and kind of show how it's useful to me. And ultimately, this is a solution to my problem, right? Not your problem. So if you got a 2025 F-250 or whatever, then that's great. If you got a 75 F-250, that's wonderful. This is what I have. And I'm just putting up videos because I remember the first time that I saw this truck. I mean, not this one. I saw one of these medium-duty Fords. I didn't know they made them. I obviously knew about like a 79 Ford, but I didn't know they made medium-duty trucks with this different front end, the grill and fenders. And I saw one at a show, and it wasn't even nice. It was just like an old brown F-600. And I thought, this is awesome. I don't know why, but I just liked it a lot. And then ended up finding my own. That was the big trigger to go find one, was that show, Fawn Grove Tractor Show, seeing that F-600. Then I realized that kids probably never see these, adults never see these. The only people that say anything are people that say, oh, I remember driving one, when I was younger, back when these things were new. So I know the videos aren't super spectacular, but if you've never seen one of these trucks, hopefully you thought it was neat. Thanks for watching.